Former MAC employee and professional makeup artist turned Instagram and YouTube powerhouse. That is Miss Shayla Mitchell, otherwise known as MakeupShayla. Shayla launched her Instagram account back in 2012, showcasing her skills and her talent on herself, showing her makeup skills as well as what she likes to wear, what purse and shoes, and where she's going out and about in Los Angeles. And it just started to take off from there. She has over 2.6 million followers on her Instagram account and over 555,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel. Shayla first collaborated with the cosmetic brand Tarte back in June 2016. At that time, it was a contour palette that included a couple of contour powders. It included a blush and I believe a highlighter. And in August of 2017, Shayla collaborates with Maybelline, where she creates her own City Mini eyeshadow palette that has plum purple shade in there, which is her favorite color, as well as some golds and some deep browns, and I believe there's a black shade in there as well. She also has created a couple of colorful mascaras along with a very dark rich black with the brand's Big Shot mascara. Fast forward to April 27th of 2018, and now Shayla has collaborated with ColourPop Cosmetics. Now I picked up all of the products actually in their bundle set. So what I'm going to do to make it kind of easy to make the review flow, I'm going to separate my thoughts per the products after you see the swatches. Let's first start off with the 3 lipsticks and the lip gloss in the Shayla and ColourPop collection. After swatching these lipsticks, wearing them on my lips several times, wearing them in prior videos that I have recently filmed, I am happy that this is the only time I'm going to pick up these lipsticks. The formula, I feel, is not, the quality is just not there. All of them streaked on my lips. I felt that I had to take extra time to really perfect out the color with a brush or just with the actual lipstick bullet itself. I'm just gonna take Quickie right here as an example. So, you know, the top point of the lipstick, I would just try to perfect it. And I noticed that every time I tried to make it an opaque appearance, I just could not seem to build it up, and then it's just too much lipstick on my lips. Now, I don't know if this is just because of perhaps the color itself, or I don't know, because I can't compare it to any of their other Luxe formulas, but all 3 of these lipsticks, regardless of the shade, performed that way. There's just something about this formula that is off, and I feel that it is not high quality, and it actually makes me not want to purchase any of their lipsticks. I don't care what comes out in the future, whether it's matte or, oh, we've changed the formula. Also, there's some sort of a unique scent with this lipstick. It has a slight vanilla scent, just slight, but it still has some like plastic toy scent to it, like a Barbie doll. I can't describe it, but I don't like it. I also just don't like it when it's on my lips, and sometimes I might accidentally taste it on my lips, and I don't even like the taste. Granted, you're not supposed to be licking the lipstick off, but sometimes you can't help it, and you can taste it. I don't have that with my other lipsticks, but these, no. Second point I want to touch on with the Lux lipsticks is the actual colors themselves. Now, usually in a collaboration, I understand that it's a collaboration between whoever that creator is or celebrity and the actual brand. So perhaps the colors are not going to go with the overall general population. It's going to be probably more geared towards that actual individual, which I understand. My disappointment with the colors offered in the lipsticks stems from the fact that Shayla herself is a woman of color. Yes, she's very popular within the beauty community, you know, from all cultures, races, and so forth, but she's extremely popular within the Black beauty community as well. So when I'm looking at the shades offered in the lipsticks, I want to see them richer. I want to see them able to match not only Shayla's skin tone, but deeper. And that's not what I see here. You have the demographic, the population that is going to come and purchase the merchandise or purchase the product. You have to have an offering too that is going to be able to suit them as well. So for the two shades here, for Quickie and Oouuuu, I would have liked to have seen these deeper. Add some brown, make it so that way if the customer, for example, not everyone wears a lip liner. Shayla wears a lot of lip liners. I wear lip liners, but when I'm in a hurry, I don't grab a lip liner, and I don't always wear a lip liner. But these two shades, there's no way I can wear these by themselves. I can, but it just does not look flattering on my skin tone. I don't like lipsticks that is only gonna look good on my skin tone or deeper unless I have to wear a lip liner to deepen it up. I want the lipstick colors themselves to already have it in it. Give the customer the option to put on a lip liner or not. Now these shades, all three of them look great on fair skin. They actually look true. This kind of deepens to a brown. This is an orange type shade. And then Come On Sis, which I can actually wear by itself, but I do kind of deepen it a little bit. But here's another thing. This shade, as you start to go further down into the deeper spectrum, it doesn't start turning into a nude on very dark skin. It actually starts to look ashy. Just keep in mind, this is just my opinion. It's my experience, but it is something that I wish the three lipsticks would have been marketed for, would have been just a little bit deeper to be able to truly be able to cover a vast majority of the customers who would like to purchase them and also support the creator, support Shayla. Now this shade is actually quite unique. I think it's beautiful as far as the packaging. You can kind of see, I have this bridal vibe. For some reason, that's what I thought of. It has, well, it looks like it's going to be nothing but almost like peach sparkles, but I was pleasantly surprised to see that the shade actually has some pink flecks in it as well. I do also enjoy the formula for the ColourPop lip gloss, so I was pleased with this. Real quick, as far as the applicator, it has a curved tip that kind of goes up. So what I've noticed is when I take it out, there just seems to be a little bit that gathers at the top. But with this lip gloss, because if I want to wear it by itself, that doesn't bother me. I just go in, put it on. But when I want to wear it with other lipsticks, like I have it on with this lipstick, I actually always put it on my palm. So I just go in, put it on. Sometimes I'll go in again, put another one in, and then I'm done. So I don't have a problem with the actual applicator. I believe Shayla said that there's something different with this applicator, like it's new, but I just wanted to point that out. Overall, I am pleased with the Neat Freak lip gloss. Again, I already like the formula. This is a great color, and I think both the creator, Shayla, and the brand did a good job. Now it's the same container size, same look as their previous existing highlighters with ColourPop. Pose gives off more of a bronzer, type of a copper appearance, almost like a rose gold shade, but not like a strong rose gold. And then Booming is what I would call that traditional light gold. What I do, it just looks so beautiful. I just use both of them together. That's how I have it on my cheeks. That's how I have it in my tear duct. I just can't help it. I just go boop, boop into it, swirl it together, and apply it. So I personally feel they look beautiful on together. The good news is I like the colors. I'm very familiar with the packaging, and I don't mind loose highlighters. I know some people think that they're very messy. I don't have a problem with them. They don't get all over the place for me. So I'm very pleased with them. Now the bad news. When I first started to use the highlighters, first started to swatch them, I can't help but compare them to the existing two that I have by ColourPop as well. These two give off a very high shine, a reflective property. I really enjoy that. Whether I wear them by themselves or not, I can put them on and it's like there. I blend it out. It's there. It's a beautiful highlight. But with the Shayla ColourPop ones, I said there's something different about these. They're the same packaging, they're from the same brand, but I'm putting it on and I'm immediately noticing that the shine is missing, like the reflective, that there's just something different with it. And then I just started to feel inside not as, happy and perked up as I usually do with highlighter. Highlighter junkies, you know what I'm talking about. We just get so excited and so happy when it comes to the highlighters, right? I wasn't feeling that high when I was using those highlighters. The ingredient that is actually missing, so the first ingredient that's missing from this highlighter that I wish was in it, it's a synthetic substance and it creates that shimmering effect. And it is found in a lot of our highlighters, our loose highlighters especially. It's the first ingredient that is in the two shades that I have. I don't know about the other shades, but it's in those two, and that was immediately what I did not see. So I do wish it was in this formula as well. I feel that would have really brought these two right up there. "16 shades, various finishes, a mirror included, gorgeous packaging." Actually, the packaging for everything is beautiful with this whole splattered paint in her favorite colors, purple, rose gold, very Shayla. I love ColourPop's eyeshadow palettes, just this flatness, easy to travel with. We have the shade names on the back. We have it on the box as well. But what's great is we have it on the actual colors themselves. That is what I like to see, and I'm glad that that's something that Shayla wanted in hers. Mirrors I never really care about because I always have my own hand mirror up close, but I do appreciate having the shade names. This is an eyeshadow palette that has a mix of both warm and cool tone shades, so I feel that it's going to offer a lot for whoever kind of picks up the palette and whatever your preference is. With the exception of 2 shades in the palette, I didn't have a problem building up or working with any of the other shades. I feel that what I see in the pan is what I look like on my actual eyelid. And again, I didn't have any issues. 2 shades that I feel should be actually removed from the palette, or how I would actually redesign it, is Stallion and Shade. Now, Stallion actually kicks up an overwhelming amount of powder. Usually I don't have a problem with that, but when it starts going into every other shade, no matter how careful I am, or even when I blow it off, I have a problem with that. Second is the actual shade. When I'm looking at it, it's this beautiful shade of a deep, rich, like blue-black with flecks of blue. That would have looked so beautiful on the eyelid if it looked exactly like in the pan. We don't even have a shade. I haven't even seen a shade recently that looks like that. Just gorgeous. But then when I'm swatching it, on my arm at least, I can see it. But then I put it on my eyelid and it just fades away to like black. The blue leaves and I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Where's my beautiful Stallion? It's gone. And then Shade is similar in the sense that in the pan, it looks beautiful. That vampy, rich raspberry with flecks of a lighter purple inside, like almost gold, like rose gold. Beautiful. That would look gorgeous on the lid. But I put it on and it starts to fade away and it turns into like a matte shade and it starts to look like Played Out, which is it's right next to Played Out. So you have 2 shades that are in a sense twins. So those 2 shades, what I would have liked to have seen is either one, they should look exactly like how they look like in the pan on the eyelid. Otherwise, don't even have it in the palette. In a sense, that just threw it all off for me. Or I would have just made this shade a matte black. I know it's boring, but I would have made it a matte black. And then for Shade, either have it like this in the pan, reflects on the eyelid, or I would have made that into a matte, like a brow bone shade. So a much lighter version of Culture, or like that eggshell off-white. Personally, I don't think it should have left the lab unless it looks exactly like that. I would not have sold it with those 2 shades in there because they do not truly reflect what those shades are. My 2 favorite shades from here are Sassy and IE. And then I love building up my crease with this. So I always seem to start off with Culture first, thick, and then I go into Revenge, and then I go Played Out. I always use all the mattes first, build it up, no matter how you do that. If you just use those mattes, probably in that particular order, and then go into any of the other colors in here. See, I'm getting all excited thinking about it. You're gonna create a beautiful, cohesive eye. Just beautiful. So the mattes, this is just, it's perfect. But those 2, I am tempted to take those 2, what I would say bad shades out and put in a black and put in an off-white. And then truly this would be the palette that I could travel with. I can leave the house and, you know, be doing whatever I need to do, be gone. And this, I can do a complete eye look with the palette if I had the black and that off-white. That's how I would redesign it. But overall, I am pleased with the palette with the exception of those 2 shades. When it comes to ColourPop, I have to think, as a consumer, I have to think even harder because I'm spending my money on a product that if I'm not happy with it, I can't return it for a refund. So I'm pretty much stuck with the product. However, let's say that these items were in a store. I can go in, swatch, and play around, and let's say I picked up everything shown here. What I would keep the eyeshadow palette, and I would keep the lip gloss. I would have returned the highlighters, and I would have returned the lipsticks. Based on the fact, on the quality alone, I would not have picked it. So that is my experience. That is my opinion on the complete collection for MakeupShayla and ColourPop. I would love to know what items you picked up from the collection. Are you picking it up? How's it working for you? Let's engage and leave comments. Thank you very much for stopping by and watching. Batteries flashing. I gotta go quick. Have a wonderful day or evening. And as always, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.